I want to thank all of our witnesses today for your valuable testimony and the work you do to help protect Americans on a daily basis. In particular, General Nakasone, I want to wish you continued success and a well-deserved retirement. I want to focus my remarks initially on the importance of reauthorizing Section 702 of FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. And as we know, Section 702 of FISA is set to expire here in Congress if we fail to reauthorize that program on April 19th of this year. And I would argue it's of existential importance to this country from a national security standpoint. And 702 is a crucial tool for providing the U.S. with the ability to target foreign people overseas to gather information that allows us to protect our citizens both abroad and here at home. And when we think about today's topic, the CCP cyber threat to the American homeland and national security, I want to direct my questions to Director Wray and General Nakasone. Can you talk or explain on how the information derived from Section 702, as we specifically focus on our topic today, aids in protecting our troops from China's malign activities in the Pacific and the U.S. effort to counter China's cyber espionage here on U.S. soil and our efforts to prevent transnational repression?
Well, I want to strongly second your comments about Section 702 and its indispensability to our national defense from foreign threats. Specifically in the context of today's hearing, 702 is the greatest tool the FBI has to combat PRC hacking groups. Just to give a concrete example, just last year, thanks to FBI FISA 702 information, we were able to identify PRC state-sponsored cyber actors taking initial steps to access a particular U.S. transportation hub. And we were able to quickly notify the entity and share technical details, which enabled them to be able to kick the Chinese off the networks before harm could be done, before some of the more apocalyptic scenarios we've been talking about here could transpire. That's the kind of thing that happens, frankly, not infrequently in our work. That is 702 enabling us to identify PRC malicious cyber activity targeting Americans, targeting American critical infrastructure, enabling us to warn victims, to notify them with details that enable them to take effective defensive action. And so, in my view, failure to reauthorize Section 702, or, for that matter, reauthorizing it in a way that severely restricted our ability to use it, would be a form of unilateral disarmament in the face of the Chinese Communist Party, which I can assure the American people, the Chinese government is not tying its hands behind its back. It's going the other direction, and we need to do the same.
Thank you. General Nakasone.
Congressman, Section 702 is the most important authority that the National Security Agency uses every single day to keep Americans safe and to secure our nation. As someone who was at the Pentagon on 9/11, to consider that we would return to the days before Section 702, where we couldn't connect the dots, is almost inexplicable to me. The other piece that I would add to your question is 702 is so agile that it provides us an ability to see the Chinese precursor chemicals that are being used to feed fentanyl, which is the scourge of our nation. 100,000 Americans lost their lives in 2022. 702 allows us to identify those precursors that saves lives. The final point that I would offer is that of the surveillance authorities that are out there today, the most transparent, the most effective, the most important authority is 702. It balances civil liberties and privacy and the requirements of our national security.
Thank you. I yield back.